Welcome back, my dear student. On this lecture here, we are finally going to see what our Laravel project looks like in the browser. So let's go ahead and do that. First of all, let's turn on our XAMPP control panel, right? Our Apache and our MySQL. We're not gonna be using MySQL, but I'm just gonna turn it on anyway. But anyway, let's minimize that. Let's go to the browser real quick, and let's just say localhost /CMS, and that's going to give us all the files of our project because they are inside the CMS folder. Now we click on public and we're gonna see our index for our application. Alright, of course that's going to be different later on, but that's what it is right now. Alright, that's a custom text that Laravel puts in there, and they change it once in a while, right? So if yours looks different, that's okay. As long as you can see something there, you're good to go. Alright, so now I was thinking this looks a little messy up here. It would be nice to have, I don't know, CMS that app or that development DEV like this, or I don't know, CF, whatever you want, or .com. It would be nice to have something like that, and we can, even in our local environments, we can do that because we're gonna have, right, many different projects when we're starting out, and it would be nice to actually name them instead of just creating localhost, the folder name, and public and all that to look at our application, right? So how do we do this? Well, first of all, we need to create and modify our virtual host in our Apache server. All right, so how we do that? Well, very simple. First of all, we're gonna go and find an editor. I'm gonna find Notepad. Super simple. Find Notepad, right click on it, run it as an administrator. Alright, and once you have it, go to File, Open, and we're gonna find XAMPP, local disk, XAMPP, and then Apache, Conf, Extra, and then make sure that you see all the files there. vhost. Alright, so what this code is, these are called directives. Alright, these pieces of code here are specifically for Apache, for the server. This is not PHP, this is not HTML, this is nothing like that. Alright, so these are called directives, and we're gonna use a directive here to create another host, another virtual host. So I'm gonna copy that tag. That is the opening tag for a virtual host, and we're gonna be listening in port 80. Alright, then we're gonna also need this line right here, which is gonna be our document root and our server name. And you can use the rest of the line if you want. They're optional. You can have some error logs, custom log, it's up to you. You can even have an email. Alright, so that is our first directive, and it's going to go to, let's just say, localhost. Alright, actually htdocs, and we're gonna make it go to localhost like this, and let's go and create another one. So if you want to create different projects, this is how you do it. Alright, because if you try to do this without a virtual host, you're only going to be able to see one project. Alright, so the way we have created it in the beginning with the one folder, that's it. That's all you can do. If you don't do it, if you do it like this, you can have multiple folders with different names, and I'm going to show you in a minute. Like, for example, now we want our folder, to our application, to be named cms.dev. Alright, and later on we might want something else. We might want another application called to-do app.dev, development, right? So this is how we can create multiple virtual hosts. Alright, so make sure that you put the path here of that specific folder application index. So this one would be there. Now the next thing to do is, if you want to use this name and you don't want to use the port number, let's go to our local disk, Windows, I believe is in System 32, and then drivers, etc. Make sure that you see all the files. Go to host, and I actually have it already set up on host. Actually, I don't have it. Oops, I thought I did. Let's just copy this down here. Let's copy it again, and let's change this to CMS developer, DEV. Alright, and save it. Once you do that, you should be set. Now let's go here and let's stop it and restart it again. Alright, and let's check it out. So now CMS DEV, and as you can see, we get that. And if you go to localhost, you get this. Alright, beautiful. Now let's say you want to make another application, right? And you want to name it differently. All we have to do is go back and create one and do the same thing we did with the CMS. Do that to the next application. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you that as a little assignment. So go ahead and create a new project just like we did with CMS, so using Composer, and go ahead and create a virtual host for it, and make sure that you do everything that we did in this lecture to that specific application, and make sure it's visible on the browser. Get it to work, and I will be right back. I'm gonna create mine. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna create my application, and we're gonna compare it to see if you did it the right way. All right? So I'm gonna start doing it. So pause the video and come back to it to see if you have the same thing. All right? Go ahead. Alright, so I hope you did it. I paused the video and gave you your time, and I hope you paused the video as well. Alright, but anyway, if you paused the video, great, and you were able to do it, that's great job. Okay, really good job. If you weren't able to do it and you had little bumps there, don't worry, I'm gonna show you how it's done. Alright, so the first thing is we got to go to that specific folder. Right now we are in the home directory. We need to go to the C drive, and we need to go to XAMPP htdocs. There you go. And now if I press up on my keyboard, I can create a new project, and I can call this to do app. Alright, let's just call it to do app. Alright, and now I have this in memory here in command line because I was playing around with it before. So if you don't have it, you're gonna have to type it in: Composer create -project Laravel to do app 5.2. Alright, so I'm gonna post this because it's gonna take 30 seconds, but for you it's gonna take 1 second. Alright, so as you can see, I moved this a little bit, so that's why I'm back. Alright, I paused this, the application is done, and if you go to your XAMPP installation, our htdocs, let's see if I have it here somewhere. Alright, let's go here, let's verify that it is there, CMS, and we can see that the application is there. Now all we got to do, and probably you already did it, but I'm gonna do it so that way we can see if you can see if we did it the right way. All right, let's go here, let's open up our last file. All right, that would be the host file. All we got to do here is copy it. Right, oops, Control C to get that back. There we go. So to do app, I'm gonna copy this because I'm gonna need that later. I'm gonna save it, and now, oops, actually I might have it open somewhere here. Let's go with, no, I already have it done right there, but that was in another lecture that I messed up and I had to redo it. Alright, so let's go and open it up. Alright, so it's XAMPP. Oops. Apache conf extra and files and the host. There we go. And now we have to do is, I might just gonna paste that there. Copy. There we go. And just make sure that that's the right one there. All right, that should be it. All right, let's save it. Let's restart Apache. There we go. And let's look at it. To do app. There we go. Beautiful. Localhost and CMS. All right, perfect. All right, make sure that when you type in localhost, it goes to XAMPP. If it goes to something like this, if it goes to one of these, then it's not set up correctly. All right, perfect. Great job if you were able to do it, and that's why I did it really fast, because you already have practice on it, right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lecture.